The iPad is my absolute favorite tool for digital art, for a bunch of different reasons. Portability, screen size, Procreate, the Apple Pencil. I've been using this same iPad since 2019, believe it or not, and in this video I'm going to show you my favorite softwares, how I make the most of its storage, how to extend the longevity of your devices to last as many years as possible, and a couple of favorite accessories. If you're new here, welcome to my Comfy Art channel. I'm Hallie and I'm a digital artist with a passion for character design. If you enjoy art talks, art vlogs, drawing process videos and having a relaxing time, consider subscribing to this channel. You can also find me on Ko-fi, where you can download my brushes or support me and my work with a symbolic coffee. But let's jump into the video. Of course guys, this wouldn't be an iPad video without talking about Procreate. Procreate is my favorite drawing app and it has been for the past 6 to 7 years. I've used it for small and big projects, for my everyday art, pretty much for everything. You can really tell this app was built around the iPad, actually around the Apple Pencil, and the experience is so seamless. For some people the interface can be a little too poor when it comes to features, but for me and what I do it's perfect. Even on other softwares like Clip Studio, I try to have on screen only the tools I really need and leave as much space as possible to the canvas. Otherwise I feel kinda claustrophobic when I work. But yes, Procreate for now is definitely my favorite drawing app, and it's immediately followed by Clip Studio Paint when I work on PC. I'll show you later how I organize all my drawings. Then we have Dreams, made by the same developers of Procreate, and this is for creating animations. I'm not much of an animator myself, but so far I really like it and it's easy to use, and as you can see I am in the process of animating one of my illustrations that I drew for my boyfriend for his YouTube channel, as well as the intro of my own channel with a little star that you saw before. Then I have this for pixel art called Pixaki. Again, I'm not much into pixel art, but I used it to create small assets in the past. I currently don't have files here because I recently backed everything up, more on this later, but I'll quickly show you how it works. You pretty much work on a small canvas and you can draw freely as you wish. You can even create a small animation with this one, so I think it's really cute and pretty fun. Next, I have LumaFusion, which is a video editing app. I normally edit with DaVinci Resolve on my PC, but if I need to quickly edit a reel and I'm not at home, this one is very reliable. I must say, this is a bit on the pricier side compared to the other apps I showed you before. I think I paid it around 30 euros when I got it years ago, and I believe there are other valid free apps out there. But yeah, I still wanted to show you. And then I have Affinity Photo, which is a photo editing app. No need for a subscription, very important. I actually recently downloaded it here on my iPad to create thumbnails, etc. in case I'm not at home. But I've been using it on my PC for months since I ditched Photoshop and I love it. I love the interface, it's easy to use, one-time payment, just perfect, can't recommend it enough. And then here on my main page I have some of the iPad default apps like Photos, where I keep some of my logos, files and assets, the file app itself, and of course the browser. Oh, and Discord to talk to my friends when I'm not at home. Obviously keep Google Drive for file transfer to clients, even Dropbox, even though I don't use it anymore, and more default apps like emails and the App Store, of course. Now here's a couple of entertainment apps, and I have YouTube, of course, Netflix, and okay, this is a fun one. It's called Launchpad, and you can combine different sounds and create some music. Pretty fun. Since I know you're going to ask me for decorations, I have this app called Ice Cream, and it's just a widget app, as you can see, and you can create different little widgets to use on your home screen. As you can see, you can even put the background to match the wallpaper, a frame. Yeah, it's pretty cute, nothing too fancy, and it's free. Some of the items are premium, but the majority of things are free, so you won't need anything else. Then I have the Procreate widget, which displays the most recent artwork so I can access it faster. And then this very cute app I want to show you called Watu. It's pretty much a to-do list app, and as you can see, I have all my video ideas here. Most of these I already filmed and posted, and you can use different colors for different priority. I also use this for commission before Trello. This is just to keep a visual reminder of my ideas, and it's free and very aesthetic, let's say. Now, as you can tell, my setup is very minimal, or at least I try, both to keep things organized because I use this iPad strictly for work, but also because this guy is almost 7 years old now. I got it at the end of 2018 or 2019, if I remember correctly, and of course tech needs care. We are in this loop of, updating our tech way too often in my opinion, even if it's not really needed yet. So how do we extend the longevity of our tech, especially if we don't own a huge storage model? This iPad here is 64 gigabytes, crazy, I know. They don't even make them in 64 gigs now. This is the Pro version that came right before the M chips, but it's still very solid. I work every day on it. So how do I live with 64 gigs? Easy guys, periodic backups. Sounds silly, but you'd be surprised of how many people have the worst clutter of unused files on their device, and they start getting slow and laggy, and then, oh, it's time to update, when actually it just needs a good cleanup. My advice is invest in a good external SSD and back up your old unused files from time to time. As you can see here on Procreate, I created different folders to stay organized. The one I back up the most is the commission folder. Old work all goes into my external drive. I think this is the best setup to keep your art organized. I have drawings that are still in progress here, and I have sketches and various concepts that I don't know if I will turn into full illustrations. Then I have all my finished pieces here. So I know this is all art that I will probably never touch again. Of course, this is one of the folders I back up to regularly. Then of course the commission folder. I had before like a folder for clients, but that wasn't very convenient because sometimes I worked for a person just 1 or 2 times, so it made no sense to have a dedicated folder, so I kept like a general commission folder. Then I have miscellaneous folder for thumbnails, coffee assets, brushes, etc., and a folder for art I made for my boyfriend. So yeah. Another example of keeping your iPad clean is my gallery. Now I have the pieces of the previous animations you saw on Procreate Dreams, just my background, my logos, and all these white squares are brush textures and shapes I created for my brush sets, and I keep them here in case I need to tweak them, because images in general take the most space on devices, so my advice is to keep it to the minimal needed. You can also use the cloud if you have it. Another suggestion is to protect your device from extreme heat to keep your battery healthy as long as possible. If your iPad gets too hot during summer, maybe consider getting one of those stands with a fan behind so it will stay cool. Now, I love tech. I'm not a very frugal person, but I just like to keep things if they still work, and this iPad is still a beast after all these years, so I do my best to keep it alive. This of course is valid for every device. Maybe you have a different tablet, same story. Keep it clean and it will last a long time. Throughout my videos, I'm sure you've seen me use my iPad without a cover, but lately I'm using this one by JetTech, which is really soft and light. It's also well loved, and I really enjoy it because it has a good feeling. And I also own this one by Taurus that it's way more sturdy, but the only thing is that it doesn't have a front cover, and it's the only thing I don't like because this is very solid and it has these little stands that are very comfortable to draw with. This is the item I get the most questions about, and it's my wooden stand. This was built for me by my dad. It's homemade, and I put a bunch of my stickers on it. Some are from the Coffee Monsters Co. I really like her art, and it's very light and it helps so much with my neck pain, and I really suggest you guys to get a good stand too. Trust me, do not neglect your spine when you draw. And another essential accessory is the little glove, and this one in particular is padded, but yeah, I have a problem with these gloves that my hand is a bit too small. But yes, I really enjoy this one, so I wanted to show you. And of course, we cannot miss a good screen protector. Lately I am using Paperlike. There are a bunch out there that are really good too. This one though, I find that it doesn't consume the tip of my Apple Pencil, although every matte screen protector does to an extent, so keep that in mind. I'm also used to draw without a matte screen protector, to be honest, but it's good to keep some Apple Pencil tips handy and change them if needed. A last accessory I want to show you is just my phone, because I just decorated the case and I really like it and I wanted to show you, although it's not strictly an iPad accessory. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope my voice wasn't too bad to listen to, but I have a cold or I don't know, allergies. I really can't tell, so sorry if I sounded weird, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting, and I'll see you on my next video. Take care. Bye.